Hi, Ez. Welcome back to another edition here of So You Want to Be Off Grid. I really appreciate everyone checking it out, liking it. It's pretty cool. It's definitely a lifestyle that is resonating with more and more y'all, and I appreciate you checking out what I got to say. No experts, for offering 4 years of experience. Today we're going to talk about water. You won't get very far without it. I'm going to try to stay on target. I've been writing the first couple, right? So here we are. So whether you got a well, whether you're catching your own water, whether you got a stream, whether it's offered in your area as a public utility, or whether you're hauling, you're going to need a water plan. The first thing I'm going to say, and that's all I'm going to say, is research the aquifer your land sits above. For finding well depths, if you're going to go and drill your own well, what you do, you go on that county assessor's site, and a well is a permit project on your land, so there will be recorded depths and all that information on your county assessor's site. If it's like my area and you have no one around with a well, you contact the well company and they'll tell you roughly. They don't tell you at 612 feet you're going to hit water. You know, they can give you a ballpark. And then it's not even guaranteed. And you got to pay for the drill, regardless of the straw and the pump and the cable and the storage and everything else associated with the well. Even if you don't hit water, you still have to pay per foot. So that's, something to think about. Collecting rainwater and stream water, you've got, the same sort of mechanics involved. You're going to need storage. You're going to need to move it back and forth. You're going to have to transfer it. You're going to need pressurized delivery systems into your home. It's a lot. It's not just, you don't just go turn on the faucet. If you're collecting outside water, you're definitely going to want to particle filter it a few times. So it's a lot how you store it. So hauling water, which is what I do here, means someone in town owns a well and they make it their business on their well property selling bulk water. You drive up with as much capacity as you can haul, and you go fill up your water. It's usually pretty cheap. Cost me about $5 for 500 gallons. And then you go and you transfer it into your storage. Water weighs about 8 pounds per gallon, so you want to factor that into your storage and hauling capabilities. So you're going to store it, but it also needs pressurized delivery to your shower and your, all your sinks and everything. So like the motorhome here, I have a 500 gallon haul tank, a 500 gallon storage tank, and then there's a 100 gallon storage tank on the motorhome itself, which has an inline 12 volt water pump that moves the water around. So let's see that. It's haul it, put it to my storage tank, put it to my motorhome. It's about 8 pounds a gallon. Yep. Storage is also, that's pretty fun. Water and light make algae. Sitting outside, it gets hot. Like, the algae is the biggest thing. You're going to get it in your haul tank for sure. You don't really get to empty, it doesn't come out all the way empty. Kick it up all the way. It's a tough one to do. So, something I've learned is I've been using vinegar instead of bleach. And, it's about to do with the pH of the product, and vinegar in our alkaline water here, vinegar really just sorts out the bond, and you just swoosh it right out of there. I actually did a side-by-side, and that's funny, I probably should make a video, but I'll just tell you about it instead. I'm going to tell you all something about it. But I do have to, every time I haul water, I have to maintenance my tank, which is about once a month. I don't have great bulk storage, so I am also purchasing bulk filtered water at the same well where I get my well water. And the well water is good. If I was storing it good, I'd drink the well water. It's fine. It's from the earth. So, but I use separate 5-gallon jugs, and I do occasionally have to clean them out. I get just a little bottom coat of water and a little splash, splash, splash of the vinegar. I let them sit overnight, swoosh it out. It's all right. You know, you're gonna want to think about hot water as well. Granted, your tank's sitting outside, they're gonna get warm, but maybe not so much in the winter. My motorhome here has a little 6-gallon hot water heater that runs on propane, and it's got an electric ignition that runs off of the 12-volt motorhome system. So hot water is pretty sorted out here. In the summer, I don't use it. It's nice. It's almost a swimming pool when you just using the regular water here in the summer. So overall, we're using about 700 gallons a month here between drinking, and that's just shower and dishes, really, you know, occasional little wading pool for the animals or whatnot. I do have the capability to store about 3,000 gallons. So currently I'm just using about 1,200 of that. It's a lot about just acquiring water. You know, then there's the disposal of it. Here I installed a septic tank on the land that I dispose into. It's not connected to any kind of town system. You just treat your tank with enzymes occasionally, and the water filters it all out with the enzymes and trickles it out back into your land as clean water. It's definitely a good idea to use cleaner cleaners. You know, the maintenance is tough on the system. It's completely buried. You know, you're underground. Minimum 18 inches in this county. You'd have to see where you are. But, you know, however you're doing it, some counties will let you spill your gray water. You know, so that's another good way to, you know, be mindful of your cleaning products and, you know, your products on you, because you'll see, you know, I don't gotta say. So, you know, however you're doing it, you know, you're going to start to be a little more mindful of your usage. I don't keep the water running when I'm doing dishes. You know, I could probably do a whole bunch of dishes with like a gallon of water or less, you know. When I was on tour, we had to learn about bus showers, which is water on, water off, soap, water on, water off. So, a couple gallons. At first I was using an outdoor shower on a 5-gallon bucket set up with a 5-gallon. It had a water heater on it. It runs on a big old battery, and I wasn't even using 5 gallons. So you can do it. It's pretty darn cool. You know, because you got to haul it in and haul it out. So it's a lot. It's 8 pounds a gallon, y'all. So that's where I'm at now, adding plants to the mix. Well, you know, I mean, you're looking at multiple, probably thousands more gallons. So that's why I do plan on incorporating a lot of aquaponics and hydroponics into it. But, you know, the orchard, and I just want to have a nice outdoor garden. That's going to be water, and that's going to be, so, you know, you gotta pick your battles and work with them. You know, there's plenty of ways to move the water. Gravity feed's a good option, but then again, you know, your tank's out in the elements. So, you know, if you can counter the elements, right, you get a big tank and you put a cover over it. Like, you know, there's a million, you know, it's what you want to deal with. Then you got to pump the water all the way up there to feed that tank too. So every step of the way. Gravity feed's pretty good. What I explained before about the 12-volt motorhome water pump. You can run that on a car battery. You know, super low power. It's an inline, so it's not submerged. You can get a submersible pond pump, but then you gotta figure out your way in and out of your storage tank there. So, you know, there's plenty of ways to do it. Shade the tank's a good idea. I don't even, you know, it's not like just turning it on, you know, it's a lot to be mindful of, and it really teaches you to be respectful of the resource. So, you just do what you gotta do. Make sure you have a water plan. It's a good idea to have a couple little pool water testers and learn about your pH and what's in there, and definitely a valuable resource that you don't want to over abuse or overuse, you know, and you gotta just remember that. But remember, research your aquifer. All right, y'all. Thank you. That's water. There's a lot of information about water. Went over 10 minutes. I'm trying to stop. I just can't. Yeah, I'm gonna roll more about water and other topics too, like resource management, and you know, it's just gonna tie in everywhere because it's water. You need your water. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying, why don't you hop along and subscribe and give a like, share with your homies. You guys all ready to do a square mile thing, or what do you want to do? What's up? All right. Stay peaceful.